What's up everybody, Tendo here, and we got quite the busy day ahead of us. We're gonna start off the day shipping out some stuff because we've sold some stuff on eBay. You guys bought some merch off tendostrash.com, so we're gonna get that taken care of, and then we're gonna do just some projects. We got some projects around the house and some stuff to do. It's gonna take quite a bit of attention. And then we've got to donate some of our leftover garbage back to Goodwill, which it's kind of funny because most of it probably came from Goodwill, but we gotta get rid of clutter. So since we're gonna go drop all that off at the Goodwill, we'll probably do a little shopping at the Goodwill before this episode's over. So stick around. So before we get out of here today, I gotta do a little setup. So you're actually filming me right now on a GoPro, and then here's a second GoPro. If you caught yesterday's episode, you'll see that we got Hannah her very own GoPro, and it's been a little bit difficult tracking down all the proper accessories because as far as I'm concerned, this is the perfect GoPro setup right here. This little handheld pod slash selfie stick, it's such a neat little thing. And then these wireless mics, the cage that the GoPro's in the GoPro, it's taken me quite a lot of doing right now to track down each one of these elements because things are just out of stock because of the supply chain being interrupted because of the coronavirus. But I've got most of it. This camera has all the same things except for this pod. And to be honest, we still haven't found the pod. This is like the cheaper version without the selfie pole. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm gonna love it or hate it, but we're gonna give it a chance, at least, before I completely write it off. These boxes are always so difficult. I don't know what tape GoPro uses to tape their boxes up, but this stuff is permanent. You could tape your mama to a wall with it. So, I don't know, I'm honestly kind of nervous about it. It's not too bad. It's definitely a lot flimsier than this. This stand has, the selfie pole base is metal, so when this closes around it, it feels very solid. That does not feel so solid, but it is still pretty close in size. It's a little taller, but I think we'll be able to live with it. I think it'll be fine. Let's put it on and see. I know we've got people that comment from time to time that do a little bit of YouTube themselves, do a little bit of video. So I like throwing this stuff in just in case some of you want to see it. Yeah, I don't love this, but it's better than nothing for now until we can get our hands on the proper one. Because that's, I mean, 99% of the time, that's how we're going to use it, right? It's only every now and then that we really need to selfie pole it. And honestly, both Hannah and I have rather long arms, so I don't think it's a big deal. But the other thing we need to do is, like, when we're in a Goodwill, it's nice to be able to set that thing down on a shelf like that. And I'll say too, one benefit of this one over this one, you can't really do a good job of like spreading the legs smaller so you can sit on a smaller surface. Like if you have a little bitty bit of a shelf, this one's a lot better at that. So I don't know, pluses and minuses, but that's $20 though, and that's $40. So, you know, that's a lot for a little hand rig. But now that we're both ready to shoot, let me tighten that up some. Now that we're both ready to shoot, let's go do something else. So I'm gonna put all these Walmart magazines that I've acquired in the same place. For keepsake, I've got way more of them than I thought, it looks like. See, look at that Pokemon Sword and Shield poster came in those. Walmart free magazines, man, with posties. I don't know, I think it's kind of crazy that free Walmart posters are getting their own spot on the shelf, but they are, because Walmart just keeps cranking them out, and they almost always have free posters, so I'll keep them. Looks good. That's a big one. That looks like it'll fit me. Yeah. Alright, so that's another Tendo shirt going out from the merch store. We also have, someone ordered some stickers, which is pretty sweet. These are going to Guam, so that's pretty cool. Stickers and t-shirts on the way. Got a few more art prints that I have designed and created going out in the mail today as well, and that's so beautiful. We sold one of those, and then this, probably one of our best sellers. It's on the way out. So if you ordered art prints from tendostrash.com, they're coming. I need to hang one of these on my wall. It's one of my favorite things I've ever made. All right, let's go to the post office, drop these bad boys off, and then we really got some hard work to do. Alrighty. It's the first time we've been to the post office in a while, and there hadn't been a really long line outside. So This next bit of work we got to do, I just want you to know we're doing it with complete and total prejudice. We do not want to do this, but our storage unit's hoarded up and stuff's getting backed up into our house. So the idea is we're going to donate as much of what's in there to the Goodwill as we can, and then hopefully that leaves enough space that we can put some shelves up and start putting some of our shipping supplies and stuff that's at home here in the storage unit. Don't know if it's going to go that way because, you know, hoarder tendencies, not wanting to get rid of stuff, but we'll see.
Let's do it.
All right. This is getting donated. I've got a bag full of bags here. Honestly, for the longest time when I'd travel, I'd just come home, throw my suitcase away, and then buy another one whenever I went to the Goodwill bins. Because, you know, you can walk out of the Goodwill bins with this bag for like $5, but then some of them I didn't throw away, and now I have a collection. All right, well, we've got most of it out. It's empty except for some nonsense on the ground. But we already got a van full of stuff to go donate, which is a little bit of a problem. I have to probably do a couple trips, but I've really got to slim some of this stuff down some more because I'd really like to just have my stored up stuff in a few bins and have that space for workspace and stacking space for our resellable items and shipping supplies, etc. We'll figure it out. Got to do some more thinking. Some more thinking on what to get rid of. I don't know if I've said this already. I think I have. But we're getting this done now because we've like broken 100 degrees for the first time and it's only going to get hotter. So I'm dying right now, but it's gonna get worse. I think the before and after is pretty substantial. I got all my stuff just kind of into a corner. I'm not gonna be able to find shelves today, but when I find some shelves, they'll go right there. We can put a lot more of our shipping supplies and stuff in here. I'm worn out now, but I'm happy with the progress. So let's go get all this nonsense donated at the Goodwill, you think?
Let's do it.
All right, we're rolling up to the Goodwill, but let's drop all this stuff off before we go in so that we can make some room for more stuff. What if we somehow left this Goodwill with enough stuff right now to fill this man back up?
That would be a problem.
That would be a real problem. There's a bit of a waiting line at the drop-off.
No!
That's interesting, look. 4 cars at the drop-off. Everybody, since things are opening up around here, everyone's starting to leave their house. Everybody's here at the Goodwill and donating all the crap that they cleaned up while they were quarantined.
Marie condoed the house and now it's going into our closets.
Are we getting the LED?
All right. We are unloaded now. Now let's go inside the Goodwill. All right. You got your GoPro ready?
Got it.
We're both GoPro'd up. Let's do it. I have not shopped at this Goodwill. You got that GoPro figured out?
Yeah,
She's still figuring that GoPro out, so if this goes a little weird today, we apologize, but let's do it. I don't have a lot of hope in these games, but we're gonna look at them. I don't have the player's choice of that. Both discs, let's get it. Pretty much got the rest of this. Oh, that's ripped. I think I've got that, but I'll have to check it. So that was the video game section. Here's DVDs, and what do I see? American Chopper 2. I don't think I have this. I think I've got it on PlayStation 2, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it on GameCube, so awesome. How about that? How about that?
Over in the jeans section, spotted some riders. They're $5. I might get them, but I'm gonna think about them for a minute. This is like $1 pair of jeans I'd like to get. And the thing is, the pink was $1 last week, but this store wasn't open, so boo. Let's keep looking. The thing that I think is really funny about, you know, shopping with coronavirus is the like ping pong effect I have to do, because I run through the jeans section really quickly and there's always at least 2 people looking at the same time, so I kind of have to do a little like this way and then back up and then go the other way and just kind of give people their space. These are intriguing. No. That's a skirt. Let's see. Dang, there's a lot of jeans in this place. Holy Corningware, we've hit the mother load. There's quite a bit of it here. Not good prices. That looks like oven bake. Yeah, glass bake. That's half off, but no lid, no get. I'll get the like little ones, the really small ones without the lids, because I feel like people don't care about that as much, but like the big ones, definitely not. This one, yikes, not getting it. Also yikes, no thanks. That's a bummer. So many options.
Ooh. We'll take. Here's a Nerf gun. I'm pretty sure green's what's on sale. I'll have to check, but if that's half off, that's awesome.
Those are kind of cool. They look older. Oh my gosh. Those are so cute.
It's kind of wild. I've got an armful of Nerf guns, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all $1 a piece. I rarely buy this gun because it's usually expensive. People that work at Goodwill mark it really high because it looks expensive, but it's not that popular, so I don't really resell it too well. But green's $1 today. All 4 of these guns are green stickers, so I'm getting them $1 a piece. I'll buy that gun for $1 every day of the week, even if it's broken. I sell the clip more than I do the gun, so let's double check and make sure there's not any more. Did you find anything?
Just a pair of jeans.
Just jeans? Else. Just jeans? All right, I don't see more guns. I think I got literally all of them. Let's get out of here. Well, we didn't leave with enough to fill it up again, but I did find another Nerf gun on the way out the door. They just kept popping up, and every time I turned one over, there was a green sticker. I was like, are you serious? I just can't believe no one else has bought them. They all work. So let's begin filling the van back up. That's all pretty much Nerf stuff that was left in the van. None of it's really priced. Our toy booth is supposed to be opening up in the next week or so, so we've got a little bit of time to get the rest of those guns priced, but by the time that probably finally happens, I'll probably have doubled the number of Nerf guns we have. But I'm not complaining. I'm just saying we got a lot of work to do. Let me pull my drawers up, and then we'll get on up out of here. So how did using your new camera go?
It's good. I forgot to hit record at one point, and it rolled for like 3 minutes, but that's okay.
That's funny. Well, Hannah's used to me being in charge of the camera. I hand it to her. She just hits record and hits stop, nothing else. She's had to learn how to use the settings and make sure that, you know, it's not switched over to other settings. It's very easy for a GoPro to turn over to picture mode or something, but
so far so good today.
So far so good.
We don't know tomorrow.
Well, we'll see. We'll see when we get home to edit.
That's true.
If this video's all backwards, it's because she pressed the wrong buttons. But
oops.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Just insert the photos I accidentally took instead.
Hey, I've done that before. Every now and then I'll get home to edit, and they're in the folder from the GoPro on the memory card will be like 10 photos, and I'll be like, please don't be 10 video clips that didn't take. Dang. It'll happen. All right, we're home, and I got some fresh lemonade. Okay, well, it's not fresh, but it tastes fresh. It tastes fine. Oh, that feels good. And I want to show you something that I dug out of my storage unit today. I've had it for a little while, and I haven't really been able to utilize it yet. And it's a Pixma, I think it's a Pro 100, yeah. Pixma Pro 100 printer. It's not like a super high-end printer, but it's like prosumer, you know. It's for people that know what they're doing and want to spend a little extra money. Well, I found it in this brand new state at a Goodwill ages ago. I don't even know if it made it on an episode. It could have even been before I started this channel. I don't know, but I've had it for a little while, and it can print my art prints that you see here. and so it can print them even better than these are printed. So I'm going to, over the next couple of weeks, really get into printing stuff for to make buttons to sell on our website and to sell in our toy booth, and to print more of those art prints and get into printing some bigger, better stuff. I'm not going to be able to get it up and running today because the ink cartridges for it are not here yet, but I just want to show you guys how pretty and brand new it is. So there's video documented proof of how pristine it is whenever I inevitably probably destroy it from over printing. I'm very happy with it though. It looks to be really clean. The print head looks pretty good, and definitely expect an update whenever I get those ink cartridges in. I've ordered a couple different sets, both original sets that go with it, and then, which are wildly expensive, but I'm going to get started with those. And then I've got some refillable cartridges that I'm going to use, and I'm actually going to use recycled ink to kind of fit with the theme of TindosTrash.com, because almost everything we're selling on there is recycled in one way or another. And I've actually done this before. I've recycled inks from the Goodwill bins. Not that I'm going to be able to get into the Goodwill bins anytime soon because it's still closed down, but I'm going to be able to print these posters on recycled paper with recycled ink once I get this up and going, and I feel really good about that. And I'm just going to sit here and admire my Precious for a little while. I'm doing a little testy test, got it plugged up. I'm going to see how she behaves, and I don't know. I've got a lot to figure out with that thing. But while I do this, Hannah's over here hanging up more clocks because we've acquired many.
So many clocks.
Take a look at this. This is why this is so complicated. 8 ink cartridges is what my printer takes. 8 of them. How's the clocks coming?
It's hard.
It's hard to get them lined up, isn't it?
I'm really afraid to nail into the walls. I'm afraid they're all going to come crashing down.
That has happened before.
Has happened? Great.
Yep. Well, that's how my latest Black Ranger broke.
No!
I started banging on the wall and they all fell.
Sad.
Last couple episodes, I just kind of did some random work. I think it was the day before yesterday's episode, and I priced a bunch of Nerf darts that are getting ready to go to our toy booth as soon as that opens back up. And what I decided then when I was doing that, here's the ones I packaged up. I put stickers on them, said $1.50. Well, I'd done some previously back a few weeks ago, and I actually put Nerf darts on them. And I went ahead and decided, just so I could stay well above board, that I was going to change them to stickers that just said darts. Because though these are darts that are ready for Nerf guns, they are not Nerf brand. And I just, it's a pretty picky little thing, but heaven forbid one of these days I get in a little bit of trouble just because of that. Because it's really hard to tell a difference between them. But I've got plenty of this sticker paper, and obviously I've got plenty of time, so we're gonna stay above board and make sure these all just say darts, just a nice generic dart, because you don't want that one Karen coming on into the store and saying that little Jimmy's Nerf gun is broken because these aren't real, which would not be a real thing. But and some of you might be watching thinking, oh, that's a little bit too much, I shouldn't be worried about that. But there is, kind of a history of selling used and or aftermarket stuff at flea markets. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. You might frequent some flea markets and see signs that are like very, very specifically worded to not sell like Gucci at all, even if it's genuine, because there are people that work for Gucci and Louis Vuitton that just go to places that sell used stuff and try to catch people in the act of selling it. I don't think some Nerf rep's gonna come through my booth and be like, this guy's not selling Nerf, but you got to be careful selling used and secondhand, how you advertise stuff. So luckily this is not a huge mistake to fix. This is like 40 labels, and I'm already halfway done. It's kind of like one of the flea markets that we sell out. Actually, they're very, very, very hawkish about Legos and not selling bags of Legos that have too many Mega Blocks in them. And that's an understandable one too. It's not quite the exact same thing as this, but it's kind of in that same boat. And not to mention, in the toy booth I'm putting this stuff, I'm going to be the only person there with this level of Nerf stuff. I don't know if I even saw anybody with any Nerf at all. There's probably a couple people with little guns, but I want these Nerf guns to do really well in this store, and I want to be the Nerf guy. So we're gonna stay above board. Not advertise it for what it isn't. Darts. Another bit of grunt work that I'm doing is I'm going through and scanning a bunch of trading card game cards. bing, and seeing the value of them. And it's really a mindless job because I do this like once a month, and you'll go through thousands of cards to find out that one of them is worth $1.62. And what's really funny is I've done with just about all I'm going to do today, a few stacks of them, and I'm right at the end. I've got like 10 left, and finally it makes a different dinging noise. It dings like, it sounds, here, I can do it. Right? That's regular ding that was worth 9 cents, but here, listen when I ding this one. So that card's worth $1.62. Very cool, good to know. I'll put that on the front of the pack when I sell it so someone will buy it. But yeah, this is, it's an endless job. And I really, honestly, I don't do it as much as I should. Sometimes I just sell Magic cards down the road without checking them. I mean, the chances are like winning the lottery that I'll have sold a card that's worth crazy money. But, you know, if I make 500 off of a deck of cards, a big stack of cards in little packets, and somewhere in there was a $20 card, like, I didn't lose that much money. It's fine. 13 cents, 36 cents, 18 cents, 5 cents, 11 cents. All right, I got a bunch of them done. Now comes the worst part, the cleanup. These are just, I find these bag scraps everywhere now. Somebody just commented, well, first of all, Hannah's baking cookies. I caught you just at the right time. But somebody just commented, also, I'll forever be mesmerized by Tendo's ability to open game cases with one hand. And it's kind of funny because I'm actually like, I've got a little brother that's bigger than me, and his hands are huge, and even my older brothers who I'm a bit bigger than, I think their hands are at least the same size as mine. So like, my little brother can palm a basketball, and mine are just a little too small. I can't, but I don't.
You got huge palms.
Well, I do have big hands, but I don't think it's that special. I don't know, maybe some of you can do it. As long as you can get your hand all the way around the game, it's just, you just, once you bend it out of place, it pops open. Try it. Make sure it's closed. All right, here we go. Hey, let's go! All right, you pause your video right now and go grab a game off the shelf. Now, don't grab a nice game. Grab something cheap, because I've also destroyed a few cases in Goodwills a couple times. Because if they're brittle and you do that, they'll snap right here in the middle sometimes. But pause the video, go grab a game and do it, and then comment below and let us know if you can do it.
I swear that wasn't a trick case.
I bet most of you can do it, as long as you can get your hand around there. I want to know. I want to know if you can do it. All right, so I'm going to put some price tags on this stuff now. And I just want to say before I do this how much it kind of just tickles my fancy that everything here is trash. And that's kind of the thing about our website's name and our you know, the branding for our toy booths being Tendo's Trash. Like, it really makes sense because we don't talk about it on the channel a ton. I mentioned it here and there, but everything we use almost is recycled. The only thing here that I'm touching at all that I bought new were these Ziploc bags that we're using, right? And honestly, I'd like to find a way to better use recycled materials for that. One of these days, maybe I'll be able to, at the Goodwill bins, find one of those hundreds-foot long rolls of plastic that I can use that same burning machine in and use it instead of buying these bags up. But everything else is from the Goodwill. Even my printing labels, I find stacks of these things at the Goodwill bins. I've got a drawer full of them. I'm nowhere near running out. I'll be able to price stuff every day for years to come with these labels. And then even down to our printer and the ink in it, I'm able to refill my ink cartridges from the Goodwill bins. And so, I don't know, I guess I'm just saying this to pat myself on the back. I don't know. It's not necessarily that. I do feel good about it. I do feel good that I don't have to go spend all this extra money on these materials, because I'm telling you, you go to the store right now and buy stacks of these, you're spending a little bit of money. But the materials like that, I think a lot of you guys watching this will know this, and anybody that thrifts regularly and, you know, is about that hashtag thrift life, they're gonna know. Photo papers and printing papers and that kind of thing, if you've got enough access to Goodwills and thrift stores, just keep your eye out and you can stock up on that stuff. So let's go ahead and put the price tags on here. $1.50 for the Pokemon. There are a couple packs in here that have fancy cards in them, but I don't price those very high, because this is what you come to my toy booth and make your kid happy with. Instead of going to Walmart, you know, and spending, you know, the $5, just come to my toy booth, spend $1. And then these fancier card games, like 7th Sea here, this stuff's a little bit more rare, a little bit more sought after. Well, I don't want to say more sought after. It's less sought after, not as easy to find, so I'm putting $3 on that stuff. This Versus stuff, I don't really have any really experience with selling that. So we're just gonna put cheapo stickers on those as well. Hopefully somebody will just come through and scoop them all up. Magic I go back and forth between, because the couple weeks before the coronavirus hit that we were able to sell stuff, I sold most of the Magic cards that were in there. They were all $3. So let's just do that. Let's do $3 on the Magic. We all know, and I know all y'all watching know, people love them some Magic. All right, here we go. Look at all that, just tons of cards. I've almost got one of these 2-gallon bags full. The shelves I have in my toy booth, that'll definitely almost fill it all up. But that's an easy way to make a few $100s a month at a flea market, at a toy booth. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with myself. All right, let's talk about the 2 games that I picked up today at the thrift, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up because we did a lot today. I got American Chopper 2 Full Throttle, which I thought was a lull, but on GameCube. I think I already had it on PlayStation 2, but it's very nice to put that into the GameCube collection. And then Saints Row National Treasure Edition. Clueless about this. I think maybe I played a little bit of Saints Row when I was a bit younger. Don't have a lot of memories of it. But what is National Treasure Edition? Are we stealing the U.S. Constitution? I don't know. But I've got it, so we'll go ahead and put those on the shelf. And we'll call it a day. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us as we get a lot of nonsense done. And I hope you're well wherever you're at. And do me a couple favors before we get out of here today. I need you to go check out our website, tindostrash.com. Just go put your eyeballs on it. Do me a personal favor. Look at it. And then also before you go join our Discord. It's it was a pretty wild day today on the Discord. I checked it right when I got home, coming back from that Goodwill, and it was just wild. Let's look at it right now. All of these sections that are the bolder font have comments right now, so people are in there chatting at the moment. If you'd like to come hang out and chat over there, the link for that is below. And then also before you go, guys, pretty please hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 1,800 subs, like 10 away. Maybe by the time you're watching this, we might have actually hit 1,800. I don't know, but we're going to be close. So go put me over the top if you can. And then if you are subscribed, guys, pretty please hit that notification bell. Ring it, you know, because then when you do, you'll get a notification tomorrow when I post tomorrow's video. You can come back then and hang out with me then. Until then, peace out.